Welcome back to another of my videos, guys. I'm Techdoff as always, and in today's video I want to unbox and review the Huawei FreeBuds 2. And just to start you guys off with a little overview, I ordered these from a website called GizTop for $140 US, and I will put a link to these in the description below if you're interested. And this product unfortunately only comes in white and costs $140 again. And there is a pro version of these that came out at a later date that are only available in black, and they cost $180 US. And contrary to popular opinion that I've seen around the internet, there actually are differences between these two other than just the color, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And these are actually not available in most, I'm pretty sure almost every market outside of China, maybe not ever, so I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on these. Now, I was in the market for wireless earbuds. As an Android user, I know that there are plenty of choices to choose from out there right now, like Jabra Elites, the Sennheiser Momentums, there's AirPods if you wanted to make those work. Audio-Technica just came out with a new pair, there's Pixel Buds, and many others to choose from. However, for me personally, and spending this kind of money, there are three things in particular that were essentially deal breakers for me. If it didn't have these three things, I'd just throw it out, wouldn't buy it. And number one, for me, is Bluetooth 5.0, and if you're gonna call yourself a premium product, there's really no excuse anymore not to have this feature, and because it's been out long enough now, and I doubt it costs that much more to them. And the second thing for me personally was USB Type-C, and in my opinion, a product that costs at least this much, or plenty of these cost a lot more, they shouldn't try to put micro USB to cut costs if they're trying to call themselves premium, because if they do put micro USB in there to cut costs, it's really just probably to pad their pockets and increase their margins, not to lower the price for us. So that's something I wasn't going to accept personally. And finally, they have to be truly wireless. So this did rule out the Pixel Buds for me, as nice as they look and as cool as they are. And they're just easier to handle from what I've seen online. A lot easier to put in and out of a case. Alright guys, before we unbox these things, I just want to let you know that before I actually ordered these, when I was reading reviews on GizTop and a bunch of other websites, I did see that shipping times were a bit long, and unfortunately I wasn't really an exception to this rule. I placed the order for these on January the 17th, and the package arrived at my door on February the 6th, so it's exactly 3 weeks from when I actually placed the order to when they arrived at my door. But of course, your time may vary based on where you live, where in the world you are, etc, etc. Without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox these things. I've been waiting a really long time to open these up, so let's see what we got. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. Like I said, I'll just hold this up so you guys can see. Everything is in Chinese, so except for Huawei FreeBuds 2. More Chinese there. You can see IP54, and then a bunch of other stuff I can't read. If you can read it, share below, but Bluetooth, yada yada yada. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this off. I don't use unboxing knives or anything like that, so. Oh, this is nice. Little velvet pull tab here. Ooh, very nice. So this looks like the FreeBuds themselves. So put those aside. Ooh, this is a lot smaller than I expected. Granted, I've never actually had AirPods or anything like that before, so this is all new to me, but I'm actually pretty impressed. Let's see if I can rip this open without having to get the scissors. So it just slides out. All right, that works. Ooh. It actually feels magnetic. It's really nice, actually. I'm impressed. So we'll put that aside. What's in this thing? Let's pull this guy off here. I'm struggling too much. USB Type-C to USB Type-A. Charging cable, not bad. I like it. USB-C, one thing like I said before, I was not going to settle on that, so that's nice to have. Little manual. Again, everything's in Chinese, so seems pretty simple. Bluetooth pair button. We can use pictures, you know, choose it there. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, here we go. There's some English here. Tells you how to activate your assistant, and it looks like it works with Google Assistant or I believe Siri as well if you have an iPhone. And also popular, or contrary to popular belief, I should say, these regular models also do have wireless charging. Both the regular FreeBuds 2 and the FreeBuds 2 Pro, so that's really cool. All right, so I'm actually going to hang on to that. And actually looks like that is it. Very nice. So let's get this out of here. Oh, this is the best part. Looks like you just pop them out. Oh, it's extra packaging just for that. Oh, it's foam. Okay. So they'll come in one piece, guys. No worries there. Alright, these are lighter than I thought they would be. This is nice, and they do have... Let's see if I can give you guys a look. Without the glare. There's actually a little L right here on this one, and then an R on this one, so it actually, there you go. I can get the glare out of there. It actually tells you which one's right and left, which is pretty cool, actually. But, yeah, these are a lot lighter than I thought they'd be. The case is actually pretty hefty, though. Like I said, USB Type-C on the bottom. And wireless charging, which unfortunately my current phone doesn't have wireless charging, so I won't be able to demonstrate that, but it looks like they just go like this. You just close it. Pretty darn cool, but yeah, so that's pretty much the unboxing experience. I'm gonna go ahead and pair these to my phone and play around with them a little bit, and I'll be back and we'll talk about what they can do and what they can't do. Alright guys, now that we got the unboxing out of the way, I want to go through what I like first, and then we'll go through the things that I don't like. And these are in no particular order, but one of the things that I do like the most, I'll say right up front, is the design. I personally bought these to wear for long hours at a time while working. Looks aren't really that important to me. I'll agree they don't look too good in your ears. They look just like if you see people wearing AirPods. It's pretty much the same thing, and I do realize a lot of you probably care a lot more about this than me. Take what I say appropriately, depending on your situation, but it's pretty much the same design, or very similar to the, I don't have wireless AirPods, but these are the wired ones, and if you take one of these out, it's extremely similar. Not the same, but let's see if I can give you guys a closer look here. The stem's a little bit thicker, but other than that, it's pretty much the same design. This is a design I've been really comfortable with, especially for wearing for a long time. I also want to say that I do like Apple's design for the AirPods more than the Pixel Buds. I don't have the wireless Pixel Buds again, but I do have the wired ones. While it is a good design, it's just not as comfortable for me personally over longer periods of time. If I'm, watching videos as opposed to, just listening to music for a couple minutes or something like that. Or say you're working out or something, you want something that's going to be comfortable for a longer time. So, which is pretty much why I opted against the Pixel Buds and went with the FreeBuds 2. And I know Google's probably going to come out with a second generation, but my guess, this is just a guess, is it's just going to be this without the cord. It's going to be two of these in a case, but I may be wrong. Maybe they'll surprise me, but for what's available right now, I chose these. Another thing I like I said at the beginning of the video, that I wouldn't have got these if it didn't have, is USB Type-C. They give you a nice little cable. It's not that long, but I have other USB-C cables, which is part of the beauty of the connector. But it's right there on the bottom. Nice, no frills there. They are truly wireless, so you pop these open, take them out. Much easier than with wires to get in and out and play with, move around. No wires, so very easy to lose too, I'll say that. Not just easy to hang on to and do all sorts of cool stuff with, but... And this is, I'm very, very happy to tell you guys this. This was one of my biggest fears when I bought these, because I do watch a lot of videos, and there is no latency for me when watching video. I just was watching some YouTube, watched some Netflix. There is no latency. I don't know if that's attributed to the phone I'm using. I'm using a Pixel 2 XL, or if it's Android 9, or if it's just the fact that these have Bluetooth 5.0. I'm not sure which what you can attribute it to, but these don't have any latency when watching video, so very, very happy to say that. And I also want to tell you, even though I can't use it since I only have a 2nd generation Pixel, this does have wireless charging. It's right on the bottom. You just, set it on your wireless charger and it would charge. So these 4 lights here light up. It's kind of hard for you to see. There you go. There's 4 LEDs right on the front, and they'll the number of lights that are lit up corresponds to your battery life, so that's also another feature that I like. You can tell the battery life without even having to go into software, but you can do that as well. So the way I've been pretty much checking battery is, it's really nice when you take these out of the case, they'll automatically reconnect to your phone that you previously paired up. And if you slide down your notifications, you see under Bluetooth, it says FreeBuds 2. It's kind of hard for you to see. FreeBuds 2, 100% battery. So again, that might be an Android 9 thing, I'm not sure, but really, really nice for me. Obviously not as seamless as Apple has with their AirPods, but this isn't Apple and this isn't iOS either, right? Now, I will say I do like the sound, and believe me, please, when I say I'm not an audiophile at all, I don't really have any understanding of what's good highs or good lows or anything that, but I do know what bass is, and I will say these are not bass heavy at all. Obviously, since they're earbuds, I guess that's just part of the design, that they're not going to be, punchy at all. To me, they're not any better or worse than the wired earphones I've been using, and I use cheap ones, I'll tell you right now. I don't have any really high-end audiophile headphones or anything like that, so I don't really have anything to compare them to, but for me as a noob user, they are more than acceptable for me. And I also want to say that, like I showed you on the box, they are IP54 rated, so if you sweat, at the gym or anything like that, if you're out in the rain, you'll be okay, but do not submerge them. So that just about covers all the basics of the things that I do like about them. So first thing that I don't like, and these aren't really in any order, first thing is the color. White stands out, for better or for worse, depending on what kind of person you are. Some people like to stand out when you wear these. Me personally, I would rather than be a little more stealthy. You can get the Pro versions of these, which is almost the exact same thing, for an extra $40. Other than the color, the FreeBuds 2 Pro are identical in every aspect except Huawei calls Bone ID technology, which uses voice, and from what they say is the sound of your ears, since everyone has unique ears, to unlock your phone, and you can use services like WeChat and Alipay. Since neither of those services are used in the United States really at all, I passed. I didn't want to pay $40 for features that I can't use other than the black color. I pocketed that $40, but I wish you could have these in black because I think black looks a lot better. I'm happy to say I saved $40. Now, another thing I don't like, and I'm not saying it's the worst feature of these, is the battery life. And I'm gonna say it's not terrible. It's not, the worst out there, but I'm comparing these to the AirPods, and they're not as good as the AirPods. These are rated for 2.5 hours on a single charge and 15 hours with the case. So, and I know the AirPods do significantly better than that, but I probably attribute that to their W1 chip. That gives them probably better efficiency and their fast pairing and other Apple specific things. But for what these are, I'm totally fine with it. 2.5 hours and 15 hours is more than enough for me. And I know this list is short of things I don't like, but the last thing I don't like is they're not available in the United States natively. The availability, I guess you can say, that I don't like. The fact that you have to import them and jump through a couple hoops to get them is unfortunate, and I'm probably not going to get any warranty support with these. The risk was worth it to me, and I was willing to take it because, unfortunately, the Pixel Buds, like I said, aren't truly wireless, and a lot of the other options out there are really great, but really expensive, like $300, and some of them are pretty mediocre for around this price. So these were for me, but if you don't mind jumping through a couple extra hoops and waiting a few weeks for these, I can't fault them. I like them. In summary, overall, these things are pretty much just Apple AirPods for Android, and they're very, very comfortable, especially to wear over long periods of time, which I've stressed throughout this video. And they have every convenience you think you'd want in wireless earbuds, like USB-C, Bluetooth 5, and things that you don't think you'd want, but you're gonna want now and in the near future, like wireless charging, with competitors like Apple and Samsung probably gonna adopt that feature here really, really soon. Me personally, I bought these because I like the design of the AirPods, but I knew that AirPods don't really work as seamlessly and easily with Android as they do with iOS. Probably the biggest kicker for me why I didn't pick them is because they use a lightning cable, which I don't like. I'm personally not going to carry a lightning cable for just the AirPods and use my one single USB-C cable for my phone, my tablet, my laptop, Switch, whatever. Everything, pretty much everything else I'd use on a daily basis. So I don't want to carry two cables, one just being for one device. Doesn't really make sense in 2019, in my opinion. If you like the AirPod design or are an Android user like me, and I'm sure probably at least half of you are, then you're definitely going to like these. You like a lot of people, and you don't really like the white color. I'm not going to lie, I think the black does look better, and I can't lie to you guys, I was tempted by the FreeBuds 2 Pro, which you're paying an extra $40 for essentially just for the color being black, because like I said, WeChat and Alipay aren't really available outside of China. You're pretty much paying for features you're not going to be able to use. But even knowing that, I was still tempted to spend $40. Overall, though, I can say comfortably that I'm really, really happy with these, and I think you guys would be happy too. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any questions about these, let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.